high atop the Sephardic Community Center. Week 12 of the TNL. And opening up, we have a really interesting matchup. We have the 6-5 Lakers taking on the 5-6 Knicks. Game number 2, we have the Thunder versus the Celtics. That's 4-7 versus 5-6. And then game number 3 in the Blue Gym, we have Raptors at 4-7 taking on the top-seeded 7-4 Pistons. And then finally, to close out the night, probably our marquee matchup, the 7-4 Grizzlies tied with the Pistons, taking on the 6-5 Magic, nipping at their heels. We're moments away from opening tip here in the center, and we'll be back momentarily. On the air. Crucial matchup here tonight. Standings are shaping up. Regular season is coming down to the wire, and every game matters. And here's the opening tip. Knicks, opening shot taken by little Dennis, and he's short, and here come the Lakers. Nadkin has it poked loose, gets it back, and there is a whistle. And it looks like they shot up the wrong basket on the tip. Referee making sure getting all the fine details correct. Here's Nadkin. He has it poked loose, back to Nadkin. Nadkin open for 3, and it's too strong, and rebounded by Jamie Dweck. Throws it up ahead to little Dennis, waits for Mark Braha to arrive. And now Dennis has it batted loose, and Nadkin comes away with it. Here's Gwindy. Gwindy penetrates, puts up the 2, and it rims out. And Braha with the board. Mark Braha gives to Dennis Dweck. Dennis finds little Dennis, being guarded by Gwindy. There's the screen. Braha gives to little Dennis in the block. Step back, 3, short, and rebounded by Gwindy. Gwindy gives to Dayan. Dayan finds Cohen. Cohen baseline underneath the basket, puts it up and in. And there's our first points on the board. It's a 2-0 game. Early on, Lakers in front. Jamie Dweck, long 3. No good, too strong. Namadani with the rebound. Gives to Gwindy. Gwindy finds Dayan to the corner. Cohen, 3. No good, back of the rim. Rebounded by the Knicks. Here comes Shabbat. Shabbat pulls up from downtown, and it rims out. Rebounded by Gwindy. Gwindy marching up court, lets it fly. Off the mark, rebounded by Big Dennis. Dennis throws it up ahead to Jamie. Jamie waits for his cavalry to arrive. Back to Jamie. Throws to little Dennis. Open shot for 2. Way off the mark, but he pokes it loose and it gets out of bounds. And head the other way. Sluggish start. And last week, as most of you at home know, we had 2 incredible games here in the Red Gym. Double overtime thriller, then an overtime thriller. That was peak TNL basketball. Here's Cohen. Nadkin penetrates, stops, changes his pivot, it looked like. Now Dayan dribbles it off his foot and picked up by Shabbat. Jamie Dweck gives to Dennis. Shabbat pulls up for 2, and he puts it in. Sammy Shabbat with a pretty shot. Ties the game at 2. Dan fakes the 3, gives to Nadkin. Nadkin finds Gwindy. Gwindy creating some space, and it rims out. Knicks basketball. Early on, still tied at 2. Sammy Shabbat straight away. Swings it to Mark Braha, puts up the 3, no good. Tough shooting start for both squads. And now Cohen gives it a shot from 3, and it's no good, and there's a foul call. Looks like on New York. Lakers ball, gonna side out Ralph Cohen. going to be the inbounder. And there's a catch and shoot, too, and it rims out again. Shooting percentage be damned. Now Dennis puts up the 2, and it's short. Still tied at 2. It's been a struggle. Lakers basketball. It looks like Dan got away with double dribble or travel or something, but there's a whistle. Natkin to inbound. Throws it up top to Ralph Cohen. Cohen gets a screen, weaves his way down low, takes the step through, and he lays it in. Ralph Cohen with all 4 points for the Lakers. Dweck finds Shabbat. Corner 3, no good. And pulled down by Mark Windy. Windy being picked up. Full court, wisely. Screen gets him loose and he gives to Cohen. Dan gets a screen, gives it back to Gwindy. Fires it out to Cohen. Cohen hands it off to Dan. Dan, back to Cohen. Defense right now is stymieing them, but here's Cohen wide open for a 3. Book it. Ralph Cohen finally connects from the outside. And the theme continues for the Lakers, all 7 points off the hands of Ralph Cohen. 2 in the paint, 1 from downtown. And now little Dennis, no good from the mid-range. Here's Cohen back with it. He's feeling it. He penetrates, and Dennis got a hand on it, but fortuitous ricochet for the Lakers. 2-pointer, no good. And it's headed the other way as Cohen and Jamie were battling for the rebound. Knicks trying to find a rhythm here early on. It's been a struggle. Dennis finds Braha. Braha gets a screen. Nice slip pass, but broken up. And Cohen finds Gwindy. Gwindy has it poke loose. And now here's Shabbat. Little Euro, and he lays it up and in off the backboard. And it's a 7-4 game with under 17 minutes to play here in the first half. Natkin brings up the dribble. Straight away from 3. Book it! 1A Natkin from downtown. Lead back up to 6. Jamie finds little Dennis. Little Dennis penetrates, stops, baseline, gives to Braha, puts up the 2, and it's short, rebounded by the Lakers. Dan off to the races, cross-court feed. Cohen from downtown, no good, short, rebounded by Braha. Jamie lets it fly, bang! Jamie Dweck from downtown pulls him back within 3 at the 16-minute mark here in the first half. Dan gets a screen. Finds Natkin. Nice find underneath to Dan in traffic. Back out to Natkin. Natkin from downtown. No good, too strong. Rebounded by Jamie Dweck. Throws it up ahead to his deal running mate in Mark Braha. Braha back to Jamie. Jamie fires to the corner. Little Dennis open. Look from 3. Short. He's been struggling. Now here's Dan with it. And heads left. Has it poked loose, but Hamadani lost it. But it looks like little Dennis stepped out of bounds. Gonna stay this way. Joey Dan takes a seat. There's a screen for Natkin. Natkin gives to Gwindy. Long three. Bang! Downtown, Mark Gwindy. Foul is called. Aggressive defense. Wasn't sure if the ref was going to let him play with that one, but there definitely was contact. Dennis puts it up and no good. And the job there by Gade on the loose ball. Gade fires to the corner. Three-point attempt, no good from Natkin. Dennis with it. Hands it off to Jamie for three. Book it. Jamie Dweck shooting the Knicks back into this game. It's 13-10. 14 minutes to play in the half. And three-point attempt is a brick by Gade. Braha gives to Shabbat. Mizrahi cuts to the hoop for the easy lay-in. 1-point game. Gwindy on the curl, puts it up on the move, no good. Pulled down by Jamie. Jamie crosses the half-court line, and he takes it all the way to the rack, and he draws contact, and he heads to the line for a pair of free throws. Jamie now with an opportunity to give the Knicks their first lead. Free throw is good. We're knotted up at 13. And the Knicks in front, 14-13. Cohen brings up the dribble. Gives to Gwindy. Gwindy weaves his way through, puts it up, and it rims out. And Dennis Dweck pulls down the rebound. Jamie gives to Dennis, top of the key. Fires it to the corner of Braha. He puts it up from three. Bucket! Mark Braha from downtown. Now the Knicks creating some separation up court. 17-13. 12 minutes remain in the half. Natkin, it's a screen from Gwindy. Fights through and throws it out. Gade for three, and it's too strong and rebounded by the Lakers. Second chance opportunity. Cohen puts it up, and he puts it in. Bottom from Ralph Cohen. 1-point game. Cohen having an impressive first half. Jamie finds Dennis up top. Back to Dweck. Puts up the three. And it's short. Almost got the rim. Now here are the Lakers. Gwindy leaves it off for Natkin. Natkin lets it fly. And he puts it in. 1A Natkin giving the Lakers a 2-point lead. As both teams are establishing themselves here now in the middle part of the first half. Braha tried to find the cutting Shabbat, but Soli Gade tips it out of bounds. It's going to be a side out. Braha inbound to Dennis. Dennis, fadeaway jumper, no good. Tapped up and grabbed by Mizrahi. Mizrahi kicks it out, open look for three, bucket! Mark Braha taking full advantage of the second chance opportunity after that offensive board by Steven Mizrahi. Dan feeds Natkin. Natkin kicks it out to Dan. Dan, some space. Amadani for the top. Oh, no good. Up ahead, Jamie for three. No good. G'day with the board, and he fires it out to Gwindy. G'day in the paint, throws it up top to Hamadani, leaves it all for Gwindy for three. Book it! Mark Gwindy, the sniper that he is. 22-20, Lakers in front. Dennis gives to Jamie. Jamie backs it out to little Dennis. Fights his way through and he draws contact. And he'll head to the line for a pair of free throws. Opportunity to tie it up. Approaching the 9-minute mark here in the first half. An evenly matched battle up until this point. Free throw up and good. Little Dennis for the tie. And he puts it in. We're knotted up at 22. Dan brings up the dribble. He's knocking down low, kicks it out. G'day, lays it up, draws contact, and he heads to the line for a pair. First free throw attempt upcoming from G'day is a little off to the right. And he missed them both. Finds Dennis. Backing down Gwindy. Throws it out, little Dennis for three, and it rims out. And Steven Mizrahi, impressive board, straight away. And Mark Braha drains it from downtown. Another second chance opportunity cashed in on. And here's for the answer, and he puts it in. Joey Dan from downtown. We're back tied at 25. Here's Braha with it. Up top to Jamie Dweck. Jamie, nice feed underneath, throws it up, no good. And rebounded by the Lakers. Here's G'day on the break. Euros, throws it out to Dan, dribbles it out, gives to Gwindy. Hot potato pass back to Dan, and he rattles it home. Joey Dan with back-to-back threes. Now Braha throws contact from behind the arc. Dan is in disbelief, and Braha heads to the line for 3 free throws. Like it or hate it, being a foul merchant, it just works. Missed free throw. Second free throw attempt is good. And he goes 2 of 3, 2-point lead. Actually, sorry, 1-point deficit for them. 1-point lead for the Lakers. Natkin fights his way through and he draws contact. This one's whistled on little Dennis. throw no good. A lot of missed free throws here early on. And he rattles in the second. 2-point lead for the Lakers. Dennis pulls up, and no good. Rebounded by Gade. Gade gives to Natkin. Natkin stops, puts it up from 3. No good, rims out. And rebounded, chased down by little Dennis. Braha gets a screen. And there's a 3-second violation. Windy throws into the hands of Mark Braha. 3-point attempt. Bucket! Jamie DeWeck continues the hot shooting. That's 30-29, Knicks in front. All sorts of screens. Dan gives to Gade for 2, no good. Here's Braha handling. Throws down low to Jamie. Jamie backing down. Dan steps into a 2, and he gets the bounce. That's a 3-point lead for the Knicks. Dan brings up the ball. Switch to Natkin. Natkin throws it back to Gade, out to Gwindy. Gets a screen. Gwindy slips a defender, and he puts it up, and no good, but he draws contact. And he heads to the line for 2 free throws. And that is the 3rd foul on Big Dennis. They pulled it on the floor, so no free throws. Wipe those off the board, but something to look at right now is Dennis is 3 fouls already in this game. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to play in the half. Natkin gets it out. Gwindy, fade away from 3, no good. Rebounded by the Knicks. Braha lets it fly, and he's way off. Final 2 minutes of the half. Screen set, Dan. Jamie fights through. Throws it out. Gade for the tie. No good short. Dennis. Last touch by the Knicks. Oh, my apologies. Last touch by the Lakers. Dennis puts it up, and it's an air ball, and Mizrahi pulls it down. Another opportunity, and Dennis this time sinks it. 5-point lead for the Knicks. Just over a minute to play in the half. Dan weaves his way through, throws it out, back to Dan in the corner. Nice recovery defense for the Knicks. Gade gives to Dan, under a minute to play. Throws it out to Gade. Gade tried to find the cunning Natkin. There was a whistle. Ralph Cohen checks into the game for the final 35 seconds of the half. Natkin takes a seat. Oh, Natkin's to inbound. Gade takes a seat. Out to Cohen. Gives to Dan. Dan turned it over. And here's Jamie Dweck. They have numbers. Finds Mizrahi down low for the easy put in. And that breakdown led to 2 points to 7-point advantage for the Knicks, their largest lead of the evening. 12 seconds to go here in the half. Windy, a threat from anywhere on the court. Throws to the corner to Cohen. Cohen, baseline. Gets some space and he puts it in. 2 seconds. There's the halftime buzzer, 36-31 as we head to the half. Second half underway. Cohen fires to Natkin. Leaves it all for Dan. Dan hands it back to Natkin. Down low, kicks it out. Gwindy on the move, puts it up and it rims out. Here's Braha. A Shabbat with it. Behind the back, puts up the 2 and it rims out. Gwindy on the move, stops. Throws it back, here's Cohen. Dan changes course. Kicks it out to Cohen. Superb defense by the Knicks right now. Now Natkin puts it up with the one-hander, and he gets the bounce. 3-point game, 36-33, under 19 minutes to play. Braha fires it underneath to Little Dennis. Kicks it out to Big Dennis. Shabbat throws it up and he draws contact. A bailout foul.
What am I supposed to do? Go 5. What's the point of defense? Locking with the head.
Free throw up and good. And he goes 1 of 2. Windy all the way to the rack, draws contact, and heads to the line for a pair. Windy at the line, looking to chip away at this deficit. Knicks are starting to look a little more cohesive as a unit as this game goes along. They have a 3-point lead, but Gwindy could cut it to 2 right now, and he does. 37-36, 37-35. Braha loses it. Great defense. And there's a foul on Braha.
Net help.
Going to be a side out.
Let's go.
Natkin just bullies his way down low for the put-in and knots it up at 37. Dennis finds Braha. Braha gives to Little Dennis. Lets it fly from 3. No good short. Tapped out and ripped down by the Lakers. Here's Cohen. Oh, by his lonesome self. And it goes all the way in and out again. Shabbat gets it down low to Jamie Dweck. Turns the corner, and he turns it over. Cohen, once again, left open, opts not to shoot. Dan darts to the basket, puts it up, and it rims out, rebounded by the Knicks. Here's Jamie Dweck in the paint, and there's a whistle.
Sorry, Mark.
And Jamie Dweck is heading to the line for a pair. Windy is voicing his opinion right now, saying that there was no shot attempt. That should not be a pair of free throws. On which part?
Same thing.
Oh, yeah. Free throw up is good.
Guys, get it. Don't get in.
Here comes the second free throw. It's up and good, and Jamie goes 2 of 2. 2-point lead for the Knicks. Dan, there's a whistle, and it's headed the other way. Frustration is mounting for the Lakers. Raw trying to shake Windy loose, puts it up, and he knocks it down. Mark Raw. A napkin baseline, and he lays it in. 3-point game. Raw back with it. And Jamie Dweck dealing with the pest of Ralph Cohen. Inbound to Braha, corner 3, no good. And the offensive board and the putback by Sammy Shabbat lead back to 5. Dan slips a pass. Hamadani out to Cohen. Cohen, open look for 2, no good. Tapped up, no good. And that's hustle defense for the Knicks, and they're with it. Now Braha leans into a 3. Straight away, Mark Braha. And the Knicks with their largest lead of the night in 8. Windy straight away, no good. Rebounded by the Lakers. And a technical foul is called on Windy after the latest outburst. And that puts Jamie Dweck at the line. And a timeout is called. Jamie now at the line for technical free throws. First is up is good. 48-39. Knicks with the ball, a 9-point lead. Straightaway 3, short. Rebounded by the Lakers. Very important stretch of time right now. Lakers need to get their act together. And Dan, taking matters into his own hands, lays it in, 7-point game. Braha, downhill, is rejected by Gade. Lakers trying to build momentum, throws it out to Gade. And he draws contact. Jamie Dweck, not too happy with the call. But Gade heads to the line for a pair as the Lakers try to claw their way back in. There's plenty of clock to go. 11 minutes. First is up is good.
Watch.
And he goes 2 of 2, 48-43. Raw throws it over the top to Dennis. Fade away. Dennis looking for a call. Now Dan with it. And he puts up the 3, and he knocks it through. Joey Dan. Lakers pull within 2, and they are on a run. A 7-0 run. There's a foul from behind. Oh, it's on the Knicks. Lakers basketball down by a pair, 48-46. 9:45 remains. Dan finds Gade for 3. High arcer, and he rattles it in. And they're on a 10-0 run, and they grab a 1-point lead. 49-48. Under 10 minutes to play. Good defense by Cohen takes it away. Cohen is hacked underneath for the foul. And things are heating up here down the stretch. Cohen heads to the line. Check that, going to be a side out. The Lakers have found their groove. They are on a run. Quick release 3, no good. Too strong, rebounded by New York. Here's Dweck. Little screen by Jamie, a hard hit. Bodies colliding. You can hear the impact from here. The timeout is called. They want to talk it over, and things are getting chippy here in the final 8:28. Back out of that timeout. 49-48 is the score. 8 minutes, 28 seconds remain. Foul called on Cohen. Overzealous in the inbound pass. Here's Jamie. Gives to Dennis. Dennis puts up a 2, no good. Rebounded by Gwindy, throws it up ahead. Beautiful feed. Cohen grabs it, lays it up and in. 51-48, Lakers in front. Extra physical now. Jamie underneath, scopes and scores. 1-point game, finally breaks the run. Dan, no good, too strong. Rebounded by Mizrahi, here come the Knicks. Throws it up ahead to Jamie, Jamie backing down. Dan with a size advantage, and a foul is called on Gade. And Jamie heads to the line for a pair. Slimmest of margins, it's 51-50. First free throw attempt is up, and no good. Second attempt on the way, and it's good. We're tied up at 51. Truly anybody's game. Who wants it more? Gwindy throws it out. Feeds to the corner to Cohen. Back out to Dan. Around the horn to Nadkin. Here's Gwindy. Feeds to Cohen. Corner 3. No good. Loose ball picked up by the Lakers. And Mark Windy from downtown. 54-51, Lakers in front. Under 6 minutes to play. Dennis gets a screen. Picked up by Windy. For the tie, Jamie, no good. Rebounded by Braha, and he's fouled from behind. And Braha heads to the line, trying to pull within one. Every free throw magnified. And it's no good. Another missed free throw. It's been plaguing both squads, but right now, the Knicks are falling victim. Knocks down the second. 54-52. Dan with it. Darts to the basket, puts it up and in. 1A Natkin. No hesitation to the rack. It's a 4-point lead for the Lakes. Dennis with it. Throws to the corner. Now Braha with it. And a foul is called. And things are getting chippy. Both teams spirited. It's a one-on-one opportunity, but nothing's a given tonight at the line. Clock stops, 4 minutes and 3 seconds. One-on-one opportunity, first is up. And good. 3-point game. Second attempt is up and good. 56-54, final 4 minutes. To the corner to Gwindy. And he loses it on the way up. Knicks can tie or take the lead. Swings to the corner. Little Dennis for three. No good. And chased down by Mizrahi. And that's batted, deflected, and into the hands of Jamie Dweck. Darts his way to the basket. Fouled and one. Jamie Dweck. Oh, they call an offensive foul. Wipe the points off the board. Big turn of events on that whistle. It would have been a tie game. Now Dan finds an open Gade for three. No good. And rebounded by New York. Feeds Dennis. Dennis backing down Gwindy. Hand in his face, up, no good. Pulled down by Gwindy, good defense. Gwindy, downhill, fires to the corner. Hoists up the three, no good. And Gade! Spirited rebound, and now here is Gwindy, no good. And loose ball is picked up by Dennis. Who wants it more? 56-54, 2 minutes and 35 seconds to play. Throws underneath, oh, and taken away, Lakers basketball. Up ahead to Dan, Dan fouled in the paint with 2:28 on the clock. And Dan had a plan, had a mission, got it accomplished. Now he's got to hit his free throws to make it count. Free throw up and good. 3-point lead for the Lakers. he goes 1 of 2, 3-point game. Raw brings up the dribble. Picked up by Cohen. Gives to Shabbat. Shabbat up top. To Jamie. Jamie spins, elevates, up, no good. Rebounded by Gwindy, up ahead with a fast break for 1A Natkin. Lead up to 5, under 2 minutes to play. Shabbat trying to create something. Big 3, foul, and Braha heads to the line for 3. Clock stops at a minute 40. Braha can pull within a bucket if he does his job here at the charity stripe. Free throw good. This game's got a 90s basketball feel to it. It's been raucous. There's carnage. Second free throw is good. 3-point game. One more coming up for Braha. And he goes 3 of 3. That was big. 59-57. Lakers with the ball and the lead. Cohen brings up the dribble, minute 30 to play. Gives to Dan. Dan, the floater, no good! And Gaudet was there, and Jamie going for the ball inadvertently fouls Gaudet. And it's a 1-on-1. Solely Gaudet. Right place, right time. Now he's got to execute. Free throws have been scarce tonight, so nothing is a given with a minute 21 to play. Free throw up, no good! And Knicks with the ball, down 2. Almost didn't get that rebound. Minute 12 to go. 2-point game. Dennis fires it out to Braha, and he's deflected from 3. Loose ball is into the hands of Cohen. Under a minute to play. That ball was ticketed in, but deflected. Great defense on that 3-point attempt. And there's 48 seconds to play, 59-57. Lakers with the ball and the lead. Shot clock at 10. Gwindy. The leaner is good. Mark Gwindy with a big shot. 30 seconds to play. Dennis stops. Valuable seconds off the clock. And now Braha fouled and one! Shot clock turned off. And now Mark Braha at the line, looking for the 3-point play to pull within 1. Mark Braha taking control here for the Knicks. And this game is going to come down to free throws. Both teams in the penalty. Shot clock turned off. Braha with a huge free throw upcoming. 21.5 is an eternity at this juncture. Free throw up is good. 61-60 and a timeout is called. What a game we have here tonight in the opener. Knicks Lakers battling it out. It's 61-60 with 21.5 to go. Thank you all so much for tuning in here to the live stream, and if I were you, I wouldn't go nowhere, because this is going to be a wild finish. you all know at home, the Knicks are 5-6, the Lakers are 6-5. So this really will make a dent in the standings one way or another. 21.5 on the clock. 61-60, Lakers, the slimmest of leads. And the odds makers at home said this was a -2.5 game for the Lakers, so let's see how this turns out. The over-under was way off. It was at 150.5. But Natkin to inbound. I'd assume quick foul is coming up. Gwindy somehow evades contact. And there's the foul with 17 seconds to go. Gwindy at the line. Biggest free throws of the game coming up right now. Free throw is up and good. 62-60. This game is far from over. Gwindy's second free throw. No good! 62-60. Jamie drives the lane, lays it up, no good, puts it back up, no good, gets it back, finds Little Dennis, and Little Dennis is fouled with 4.1 on the clock, heads to the line for a pair, he could tie it up. Lakers got the stop, but they couldn't grab the loose ball. Little Dennis with 2 big free throws. First is up, and it's short! Oh boy, the missed free throws are coming back to bite everybody. Did you intentionally miss this? Down by 2 with 4.1? Yep, he is. Off the rim. Loose ball. Chased down and... Oh boy, it's Knicks ball with 2.1! The missed free throw worked out. Not in the way they drew it up, but they get another opportunity with 2.1, down by 2. Wow, what a finish. (62-60). Knicks down by 2 with the ball. Who will get the final shot? Who is this drawn up for? Braha to inbound. Time for a final play. This game has been a back and forth from the get-go. Braha, and there is a foul call. And now Jamie DeWeck heads to the line. And now the referees are going to get together and talk it over. Jamie DeWeck all by himself. Looks like that was a technical. Free throw up. No good! Jamie Dweck. This is a huge free throw. Now it's going to be a side out. And the Lakers want to call timeout. And talk it over one more time. This game has been a struggle. One of those games you feel spent, win or lose. Very physical, very spirited. Knicks are politicking that they should get another free throw. But I don't think that was the call. 2.1 seconds remaining. Knicks with the ball, down by 2. Jamie Dweck to inbound. Jamie throws it in. Corner 3. No good! Final score 62-60. What a game.